Let's take a look at the chart action for Cosmos. Alright, so here's what I've been looking at on Cosmos. We had a big run and then we started to get resistance and got a downtrend right there. What I did after that was set up a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom to the top, and it gave me levels to watch for a possible bounce. I like watching the 38% level and the 50% level sitting at around 31.15 and 26.98. And we actually got a bounce right here on the 38% level. It looks like we're bouncing right there, or got support right here and support right here. What I'm looking at now is we have resistance, 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 basically a trend line, something like that. Let's set up a trend line going to the downside. This is the main line that I'm probably watching right now until we break this trend line going to the upside. Until we break this trend line going to the upside, I'm going to be kind of skeptical, but it does look like we're testing it right now. And that's why I wanted to talk about this, because it does look like we're really testing this right now. We hit the 38% level, we had support right here, and we have support right here. So I'm also watching this uptrend with this support and this support. Let's see if we can hold this support line and get a breakout to the upside out of this little triangle pattern. Or you could possibly argue that it looks like a flag pattern like we just talked about in Solana. I was really watching this 38% level and the 50% level. We didn't come down and hit the 50% level, but we did hit the 38% level a couple times. And now I'm mainly just watching this downtrend and waiting for a breakout to the upside. If we get rejected from this trend line and keep pushing down, I'll keep watching this 38% level and the 50% level. I'll be actually looking more at this 50% level at 26.98. But I have a feeling this has potential to break out to the upside. I think if we do get a breakout and break this trend line right here, we can maybe possibly target maybe this triangle pattern first. We could do a couple different targets. We have a triangle pattern and possibly a flag pattern. So the first one I would be looking at is this triangle pattern. Drag from the top to the bottom of the triangle, drag that to the breakout. If we could break out right here, maybe we're looking at a target around $46, $46.70. What I would really want to see us do is break these previous resistance lines. This first one's sitting at around 38, maybe 75, and the second one is the previous top at around 44.50. If we could break above those, then it's possible we could be targeting this flag. So we would drag from the top to the bottom of the flagpole, maybe something right there, and then drag that to the breakout, and we're looking at potentially 68.71. I would say we'd have to break out of this previous, we'd have to get the previous high, and then we could potentially be looking at this target over here. I don't know though. The only thing I don't really like is how this pole kind of goes a little bit choppy and it's going up and down right here. In Solana, the line was much smoother, trend to the upside. Right here, it's a little bit more volatile. So I'm not 100% sure on this, but let's kind of see. If we could break out of this, if we could get a higher high, then maybe we can be looking at this target here. Or this target might be a little bit more reasonable. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, if we jump over to the total crypto market cap, here's what I'm looking at. We have resistance right here and resistance right here. We had a trend line going straight across like that, and we broke that trend line going to the upside. What I'm looking at right now, or what I had been looking at, is this cup and handle pattern. So what I was doing is targeting from the top to the bottom of the cup, drag that to the breakout. Once we break this handle pattern right here, we broke out right here. I was targeting this breakout, and we're looking at a target of approximately 3 trillion. Like I said, we had resistance and resistance. We broke above that trend line. What I really want to see us do is stay above this trend line, or basically even if we come down and have to retest it, if we could get support on it and it can be support instead of resistance, that'd be good. But one thing I do like is we did break the previous high right here and the previous high right here. We wicked up and we broke this high over here. Right now we're right at this level, so what I really want to see us do is get a nice clean break above this level and set a real good higher high. I do think this looks good though. We have support right here and support right here. I'm watching this uptrend. Let's see how far we can ride this uptrend going to the upside and keep this momentum going. Maybe we can come hit our 3 trillion target. You could also argue maybe the top to the bottom of this triangle right here. If we delete everything and maybe do a top right here and then do a bottom right here, it looks like we just broke that top trend line. So maybe we could target from the top to the bottom of this as well. and let's see where this takes us all the way up to. So this looks like it takes us up to 3.165 trillion. I think the first target is 3 trillion. Let's see if we can hit that. After that psychological level, let's see if we could push past it and maybe come up and hit this 3.16 trillion. I'll be watching this uptrend right here. Let's see how long we can keep this momentum going and riding this uptrend. In general though, I do think it's good that we got a higher high. We are moving up. If this chart is moving up, we could be a lot more confident in our bullish targets on our favorite cryptocurrencies. Let's jump over to the Cosmos versus Bitcoin chart. So I like watching these charts for momentum shifts. And right now, in general though, if this chart is going down, it's good for Bitcoin. And when this chart is moving up, that's good for Cosmos. In general, I'm watching this downtrend right here. This whole time Bitcoin's been basically beating Cosmos. Or in an ideal situation, you would have bought Cosmos right here, rode it all the way up, sold it for Bitcoin, and then rode this all the way down. And then what I'm looking at right now is we have a downtrend right here. It looks like we're testing this, possibly to go to the upside. I'm not sure. Like I said, I just like watching these charts. If we see a downtrend and then we see a break, that could be a potential move for the coin that we're looking at. In this case, it's Cosmos. So right now it looks like we got support and we got a little bit of support right here. Let's see if we get a breakout to the upside. I think if we see a trend break on this one, then we're going to be wanting to look at Cosmos, and maybe some of that Bitcoin money will be flowing into Cosmos and we'll see this chart move to the upside. Technically, we are in a downtrend, so we're going to want to be careful about that. But if we break to the upside, then it might be good for Cosmos, or that's when it might be a shift. So yeah, keep your eye out for that. I like watching these Cosmos to Bitcoin or whatever coin to Bitcoin charts, the pairing charts. So yeah, in general, it looks like Cosmos has some pretty big potential. I had a big run. We hit our all-time highs up here, and now we got a little consolidation. I'm really wanting to see us break this uptrend going to the upside. I'm curious if we could hit this flag pattern up here at around 68.71, or if we're only looking at maybe a triangle pattern and maybe retesting the previous high. I think the first level we'll be watching is this 44.41 level, and then after that, if we could break out of here, I'll be looking at this 68.69 level, somewhere around there. Like I was talking about on the crypto market cap, it looks like we're hitting higher highs on the crypto market cap, so that's a good sign for coins like Cosmos or whatever else we're looking at. And also, I was saying this chart looks like Solana, but the only thing is this pole looks a little different. Like it looks like it gets a little choppy right here, and it's a little up and down, a little more volatile than on Solana. You should check out the Solana video I just did right here. Looks very interesting, and we have a very similar bull flag pattern happening on that chart as well. Check out the technical analysis t-shirts I have for sale on my web shop below. The first one I made is a falling wedge pattern. This is pretty much my favorite pattern, and I thought it would look cool on a t-shirt. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want more updates on Cosmos, make sure to hit the subscribe button.